to the Ranking Member, Steve Cohen, for his opening remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you for holding this hearing. There's nobody that I hold in higher esteem than Vladimir Kara-Murza. He is indeed a hero of the world and a hero of democracy and a hero of people who stand up for free speech and for democracy. He went back to Russia even though he'd twice been poisoned, and he has told me he had to go back because he's a Russian politician and a Russian patriot, and he wanted to see his country operate with democracy, and he thought it could. And he thought he could do that better being in Russia than being in the United States. I'd caution him for his own safety, and I think others had as well. But he was indeed driven to do the right thing. That's the thing that heroes do and people that we should admire. They're driven by their conscience, a focus that they have in their minds of what is proper and what's right, and he did it. He went back and he was arrested by the Russians, first for just evading the police. Whether true or not, probably not true. And now he's looking at 25 years in prison. We have been trying to get him designated under the Lewinsky Act as a wrongfully detained. And the State Department has not given us a reason why not. They've just assured us that they've done everything within their power to get him released and to see that he's treated properly. They maintain contact with him, and all that's fine and good. But why they won't answer our question is beyond me. We are members of the United States Congress, and we asked the Secretary of State to give us a response to such an issue. The Secretary of State should respond. They made the gentleman, last name I can't pronounce, Paul, who was in the Hotel Rwanda, who was not an American citizen either, same status, I believe, as Vladimir, and they made him a wrongfully detained citizen. So if they could, and he should have been. I was certainly an advocate of his cause as well. He was a political prisoner, but they should do it for Vladimir. And whether it's not going to get him home immediately, we do this, and it's not like Putin's going to say, oh, he's wrongfully detained. I should release him. That's not going to happen. But regardless, it's an arrow we could have in our quiver, and we should have every arrow that we can have in that quiver because that gives an additional ground to make our arguments. So I'm in favor of certainly his release as soon as possible, and for the State Department to act. Why they're not acting is beyond me. But why they haven't given F-16s earlier to Ukraine, why they haven't given ATACMS earlier to Ukraine, why they have been slow in almost everything they've done with Ukraine. We've been great with Ukraine, and we've given them lots of weapons, and all that's great and wonderful. But time is of the essence, and time is of the essence in Vladimir Kara-Murza's freedom. I yield back the balance of my time.
Thank you very much.